Yeah. Nerdvengers! What's up? Welcome to the stream. Should be a good one today. I want to talk a little Book of Boba Fett. It's now been out for a full day, a full cycle, and we've been watching the interwebs, just checking out how the Star Wars fans are reacting to the show. I want to talk a little bit about it. I think it's kind of interesting. And then I also want to spend probably the majority of today's stream talking about this rumor, this report about Multiverse of Madness and Wanda. Okay, and I want to stress we're pretty far out. This is a pretty loose rumor, which is why I think it's kind of fun, because it's going to be interesting to sort of speculate about it, speculate about what we think it means, what it could lead to, if we think it's real, etc., etc. So that's what we're going to be doing today. We'll also catch up on some of the other news that's out there. There's some weird stuff going on in the world, but yeah, we'll do it. We'll do it all, and we're doing it right now, live. Smash the flipping like button. Give it a nice tap. Okay, I'm pulling into the tower. I'll see you soon. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Let's get it going. Let's get it popping. Chet, this is music. Did you slow this down? I've heard this beat before, but did you it wasn't slow enough for you, huh? You had to slow it on down, you know? Yeah. I get it. Don't do it again. All right. Anyways, what is up, ladies and gentle beings? Hope you guys are doing well. Isn't it crazy that we're almost at the end of 2021? I find this to be pretty wild. I feel like 2021, much like 2020, flew by and was also a decade of time. That an absurd amount of stuff happened. Man, this early 2020 stretch is one for the books, man. 2020 into 2021. And dare I say, going into 2022, a wild stretch of years. Wild stretch of years. You know, we'll look back on this and be like, oh, the 2020s. Those were pretty wild. Yeah. You know, I've been thinking about maybe doing some kind of a stream or something Friday or Saturday. I think we'll do something with the Diamond Tier members. So look out for that. I'm not 100% sure what we'll do, but I want to do something for the end of the year. We should do a Diamond Tier stream, just kick it, have some drinks, and talk about this crazy year, because it was indeed a pretty crazy year. Oh, and look at that. Pretty Nikki just got her Diamond badge. Let's go. Let's go. Nerdvengers for life. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, so where I want to sort of start this, guys, is I want to talk about Book of Boba Fett. Okay? At this point, pretty much everybody's seen Book of Boba Fett, yeah? I mean, I think at this point, if you haven't seen Book of Boba Fett, you're probably not all that interested in Book of Boba Fett. So, for me, I liked the show. I liked it. I also, oh, did that just literally take that article away? No! No! Hang on one second. I wanted to have that up for you, but I also what the heck? Okay, thank goodness. All right, let me see one thing here. So I like the show, and I like talking about the show and the things that I like, but I also love discussing what's going on the interwebs with, the fans. Like, what are the fans saying about this show? What are they thinking? And I guess I'm curious. You guys let me know in the chat. What do you think's going on with the Star Wars fandom and the Book of Boba Fett? Do you think that most people really liked the episode? Do you think that people are on the fence? Like, what's your take on where we're at with Book of Boba Fett? Because, I have my thoughts, but it's always good to sort of get into what you guys are thinking as well. Let me pull it up on the chitty chat because I want to see what you guys are saying. What do you think? Oh, wait, that's not even the right chat. What the heck? I was looking at the wrong chat this whole time. Yeah, let's see. Let's see what you guys are thinking here. I'm going to switch that up. Come on. Here we go. Liked it more the second time, Dirty says. In retro, speaking, say it's better than Mando. Oh, okay. Some people are saying it's slow, disappointed, found it boring. Okay, on the fence, Boba Meh. Like it was directed by Robert Rodriguez or something. Yeah, I was chatting in a different stream. Interesting. Sure, we didn't like it, but Meg loved it. Disappointed in premiere. Okay. Yeah, so you see what I'm saying here? So here's the deal. I think it's kind of a divided thing, right? So here's what I want to say about this. I've thought a lot about this, okay? 3 main points that I want to bring up to you guys. Okay, there's 3 main points I want to bring up. Because this is important to keep in mind. Number 1, because there's nothing really crazy or spoilery to talk about within episode 1 of the Book of Boba Fett. Like, there's no major reveal. There's no sequence that was like, bro, you got to see this. Because there's nothing like that to talk about, naturally, the discussion about whether or not it's a good episode, that's going to be the main thing that gets latched onto. Okay? So I think that's like, maybe subtle. You could, it seems maybe obvious. But really think about what that means. Because there was nothing really to talk about, nothing really crazy to, be discussing on social media. Instead, the discussion of whether or not it's a good episode, that's going to be the main thing. Now, that discussion is always had for different shows, for different movies or whatever. Like, is it good? Is it not? But sometimes something happens that's so crazy or so conversational that conversation, not necessarily the conversation of quality, becomes the main topic. Okay? So for people out there that might be like, oh, people need to be chill. People need to let it go. Dang, all these people are going crazy on Boba. What the heck? Knock it off. It's 1 episode. For everybody that's upset about it, here's something I think you need to keep in mind. Courtney Jones, welcome to the Nerd Ventures. You are a Nerd Venture now. Welcome. Make your way around the tower. So just keep that in mind. Point number 2. To add to this fact, there's no really good conversational piece happening right now for Star Wars in general. Okay? So there's no Spider-Man No Way Home to their Hawkeye. There's nothing really hyped up in the news cycle for Star Wars fans to discuss, so there's nothing that detracts away from the conversation about whether or not it is a good episode. Think about that. Because therein lies the major problem that Star Wars has. Star Wars has a million problems. I've been super critical of the leadership of Lucasfilm, of how they communicate with fans, a lot of stuff like that, right? Nice, dude. Nice, Kendall. My man. Appreciate you, bro. Star Wars has a ton of problems, technical problems, look under the hood type problems. But one of the bigger, more obvious problems is that they don't have anything in the news cycle. They haven't done anything, created any narratives, or put out any product that can take away from what would be the obvious conversation piece when nothing else is out there to talk about, whether or not it's good. I said in my video yesterday, I think the Book of Boba Fett has been put in an unfair position. Almost every Star Wars project has been put in an unfair position. You know what I mean? I like the opener. I do. But it's not mind-blowing, blow your hair back kind of stuff. And I think that what a lot of fans are sort of expressing in, different ways is their frustrations with Star Wars in general, and also a lack of good, dope things to sort of talk about. The third thing that I have written down in my notes, and I think this is kind of an important thing to keep in mind as well, is that we live in a culture, we live in a day and age where things are either dope or trash. That's kind of what we have. You know, we live in a world where, like, is it dope or trash? And there's nuance out there. There's people that say it's good but not great, et cetera, et cetera. But for the most part, the resounding narrative on social media is either it's dope, oh my God, praise, hype, you know, showering the thing with compliments, talking about it as though it's the craziest, awesomest thing, or it's trash and trashing on it and coming up with all the reasons why it sucks, why the reasons why it's not as good as it could be, et cetera, et cetera. Those things all are working together to create what I think is a pretty weird spot for Star Wars to be at. Do you know what I mean? Like, just frankly, that's where I think we're at. We're at a weird place, man. And with Book of Boba specifically, real interesting to see. I just wonder, where do we go from here? Both with the show, but also with the fandom. Okay? Now, I'm not trying to be a doomsayer, and I'm not trying to make it seem like the sky is falling, but this is sort of exactly what I've been talking about over the past couple of months when I say that the brand is in a really precarious situation. I don't think they realize how bad it is. Okay? So, again, here's what's funny. I like the episode, personally. I do. I think it's cool. I'm excited to see where it goes from here. I'm excited to see where the show goes from here. Star Wars is in a very precarious spot. It's bad. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. If you as a Star Wars fan, like, how do you feel? Do you feel like I'm wrong? Do you feel like I'm crazy? And do you think that, like, I guess the real question is, where did you think the fandom would be at with Book of Boba Fett after one episode? What did you think Wednesday was going to be like? What did you think Thursday was going to be like? And do you think, personally, I would love for you guys to chime in on this. Do you think we're at that spot? Is this what you anticipated? Did you see this coming? That after one episode of Book of Boba Fett, you look out there and you've got the discourse that you currently have. They said all killer, no filler. They better bring it, Fur says. And look, I agree. It's just funny, man. Like, they said a lot of different things, bro. And I think this first like, honestly, it feels like to me a little bit of like the Star Wars fans being like, what do you offer? And like, they made a pretty dope little first episode of Boba. But it's not like Star Wars saving, you know, craziness. Was it a mistake to make the first episode this way? I don't think so necessarily. But I think there are a lot of little mistakes that have been made over time that have led to this situation. They have to realize that they're in this spot. This is the only episode of Book of Boba in this year. The rest of the show is coming out next year, guys. Right? I mean, I want to know where the Star Wars fans at, because I think, here's the thing. I think some of you that are like sort of stark defenders, like, I think a lot of you guys, like, you don't like it when I say these sort of things, and you certainly don't like when people attack Book of Boba. You know what I mean? Like, I get this sense of like defense and wanting to defend your thing and thinking it's going to be awesome. Guys, I like the episode, but I do think in a sense you could call it fillery. And I know some people are like, "Yo, what do you mean fillery?" It's the first episode. How can the first episode be filler? It is establishing all of these different things. I guess what I'm saying is this feels like stuff we all already kind of knew was going to happen in some way. It doesn't necessarily push the story forward or do anything crazy. I think, you know, you could make an argument that it is filler-like. You know what I mean? Like, it's just filling in the gaps of essentially, like, especially with the flashbacks, it's just filling in the gaps of where we were before and where we're at now. You know what I mean? Which is kind of definition of filling. But look, we'll see. We're going to see where we go from here, man. We're going to see where we go from here. I would love to know what Star Wars fans think about it. Please let me know your thoughts in the live chat, and also at the end we'll go through ye old super chats and everything too, just to see what everybody's thinking. Okay, so yeah, it's a prologue episode, but isn't that kind of the problem, Jalen? Is that not the problem? It's the Book of Boba Fett, and you're giving us the prologue right away. I mean, I guess. Look, I like the episode. Don't get it twisted, but I don't think you can necessarily deny where the fans are at. You know what I mean? And dude, Star Wars fans been through a lot, right? So, okay, let's talk about this briefly, and then we'll get into the big story of the day, the Doctor Strange rumors that are wild. I found this to be pretty interesting. Jennifer Beals literally didn't even know she was in Book of Boba. She didn't realize she was a part of the Book of Boba Fett. Like, she knew she was shooting a show, but she didn't know what show it was. And I only say that because, and I only wanted to bring this up, because there's a lot of crazy things going on with Star Wars and Lucasfilm and shooting and, like, who's in what and what's going on. They've been doing a lot of work, and Stagecraft allows them to do a lot of work in separate chunks and then have it all fit together. As a small sort of aside to the first episode of Boba, I actually think the show's going to go crazy. I still believe the idea of over-delivering. I still believe the idea of all of these different cameos and all of these different things being set up. I still believe all of that. I think that's coming, and it's just kind of crazy that such a big part of at least this first episode, and we think a lot moving forward, she didn't even know she was in the Book of Boba Fett? Like, how does that work? She says, I knew about the character, but this is how good they are at the lockdown of secrets. Even when I first stepped onto the set, I didn't realize that I was in the Book of Boba Fett. I just knew I was going to be a part of this story. Like, what? So you get, like, you're a part of this story. Like, how does all that work contractually? I want to see what that looks like. But odd stuff, man. I wonder, too, do you guys still believe that a lot of these cameos and crazy things are happening? Or are you feeling a little bit of the Ralph Boner Star Wars fans? You let me know. You let me know. What do you think? Should have joined a long time ago. First super chat ever was back when we got bonered WandaVision. Still salty. I love Boba Fett. I think people should give it a chance. Congrats on the engagement. Thank you, Courtney. I really do appreciate that. That's very sweet. I was expecting Obi-Wan cameo. Yeah. Yeah, that Vivi looks good, but damn, dog. It's only 1,000 of them, I guess, or something like that. That's wild. Okay, so this is pretty interesting. You guys let me know. How do you guys think the cameos are coming or not? Do you think it was all fake? You let me know in the chat. All right, let's move on to this. This is pretty wild. I saw Screen Geek commenting on this. Doctor Strange 2 rumored leak reveals shocking X-Men twist. The Marvel Cinematic Universe has been branching into new universes thanks to Spider-Man No Way Home. And now we'll see this further explored with Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. In fact, according to a potential leak, it looks like the film will actually explore the universe from previously unrelated X-Men film franchise. It's been suspected that this would happen sooner or later, especially because of Disney acquisition of Fox, who previously held the X-Men rights. They actually acquired the catalog, not the company. Of course, the information regarding the possible leaked Doctor Strange 2 ending introducing the X-Men should be taken with a grain of salt. And as always, beware of potential spoilers below. This information comes via Twitter user MyTimeToShineHello, or H, who claimed to know the ending of the film. While they weren't able to delve too much into specifics, they did reveal alleged outcome. Specifically, that Wanda ends up winning. Someone asked if this could mean Wanda pulls a reverse of her No More Mutants line from the comics. While the powerful superhero banished them in the comics by uttering such words, fans have suspected she might do the opposite to bring the mutants into the Marvel Cinematic Universe. My Time to Shine Hello agrees that this seems likely. She does something at the end. I'm not sure what it is, but probably that. referring to the reverse No More Mutants. Okay. So here's the thing. Super vague, right? My Time to Shine Hello, very solid. Not perfect. Missed some things, but very solid. Seems to have a real beat on what is happening. She doesn't even say specifically that this is the thing that's actually going to go down. What she says is that she does something at the end of the film. So, let me first say this. We're in this beautiful spot right here. As fans, we're in this beautiful spot where we don't know, dude. Like, I love speculation, and I love, like, getting, like, a little bit of rumor here and there and being like, ooh, what does it mean? You know, what's going on? Ooh, you know? I love that time. But with this movie specifically, because they've done so many reshoots, so many different ideas, like even the thing we talked about yesterday on a video, we talked about Black Bolt, the Inhuman, the king of the Inhumans coming in. Hey, Fur, holy crap. Thanks, man. I appreciate you, brother. I'll get into that in just a minute when we get into the super chats. We don't really know, like, could there have been something that happened before that eventually got cut? Like, My Time to Shine Hello kind of yesterday when everybody was talking about Black Bolt, said that's a very early idea, and we don't know if it's going to be in the movie, right? It could have been cut from the film. This movie, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, has so many potential things happening, it's kind of hard to wrap our head around how all of this is going down. I've been covering this in a couple of different videos, and there are a couple of question marks here for me. Number one is about whether or not Wanda or the like Shuma or somebody that's in charge of the Darkhold is going to be the villain. I could see a scenario where Wanda is totally the villain and she is stopped at the end of the movie. She might do something to help right her wrongs and then sort of sacrifice herself, and she's gone. If she's really and truly just the villain and she does a self-sacrificing thing to shut herself down, I totally get it. I see it. But there's also the possibility, and I do feel as though this could be something that Disney would want to do, right? It's possible that Shuma Gorath is manipulating Wanda for this whole film, and eventually Wanda snaps out of it and realizes she is the one that must stop Shuma. Okay? So, I don't know, man. That's been a big question mark for me. Is Wanda really going to be the big bad, the total and full big bad of the movie? Or is it going to be Shuma or some other person that's in charge, that's controlling all the strings, right? So that's number one. Number two, the big question for me is about the Illuminati. This is something I've been back and forth on, you know? Like, I thought originally, when I heard about the Illuminati in the film, I thought this will be a multiversal group of Illuminati, people from different universes that are overseeing the multiverse, something like what the Watcher did in What If. Okay, so that's something I originally thought. Then there were some reports that kind of made us seem like, okay, maybe that's not what's going on. Maybe instead it's the Illuminati from a specific universe. This will just be a different universe that Wanda goes to, and that universe will essentially have a version of the Illuminati. And now, when we're hearing stuff like Black Bolt, when we're hearing stuff like Reed Richards, when you're hearing stuff like a Tony Stark variant, it starts to make you feel like, okay, that's going to be the group of Illuminati. Not the Bold or the Brave, Monica Rambeau, all that different stuff. No, it's going to be the original, or the actual Illuminati from Marvel Comics, right? But we don't know. There's so much confusion with this. Okay, so having said that, let's talk more specifically about this thing being said here. Number one, Wanda wins at the end. What does that mean? So, they're going to do a movie. Like, explain this to me. They're going to do a movie that's a Doctor Strange movie where Benedict Cumberbatch has to have an arc. He has to have an arc as a character. He's the main character. It's his movie, right? And so we're going to do a movie with Benedict Cumberbatch where he's going to like, discover that Wanda is this big bad and try to stop her. Now, the current thing is that the main... This is another thing that kind of bugs me about where we're at in Rumorville. Some people are saying the arc that Strange is going to go on is having to kill Wanda. And that he doesn't want to kill Wanda. He believes in the Hippocratic Oath and all of that. But didn't we just see a movie where this dude was willing to kill all 5 of the Spider-Man villains because it was their fate? Like, someone explained to me, how is it that dude that was like, oh, sorry, Peter Parker, fuck these dudes. Basically, how is that dude now going to be like, I can't kill Wanda, though. I can't kill Wanda, though. She's nice. Everybody likes her. I can't do it. Like, someone explain that shit to me, first of all. How is this guy going to have an arc in the movie when she's going to flip, she's going to be the main villain, and then she's going to beat everybody, right? Like, there are some rumors right now that you're going to see a version of the end of Avengers Endgame, but everybody's legitimately just fighting Wanda, but it's in this nexus part of reality where, like, everything's, like, together and it's, like, crazy like that. Don't know if it's true, but that's one of the things. If they have a situation like that and then Wanda wins, where the fuck do we go from there? Not just for this movie, but just in general for the MCU. Like, do you guys kind of get what I'm saying here? Where it's like, how is Wanda going to win at the end and have it wrap up and have it go to a place or do something like that, okay? You know what I'm saying? Like, how? Okay, couple of different scenarios here. Number one, it's possible that Wanda wins, but then realizes that there's either a greater threat or something way worse, or that she herself fell prey to some machination or something going on. Okay? Now, this is what takes me... Somebody just said 2 minutes to the VV. I mean, I'm not going to get it, you know? I mean, who's going to get this, dude? Is there really only 1,000 of them? That's ridiculous. Dude, and there's only 900 because they said 99 for their team. All right, I'll give it a shot. But we'll see. Okay, anyway. Here, I want to sort of go back to this theory that I've had for some time. I've been speculating that I think the Darkhold itself, the Dweller in Darkness, all these different things are connected. It's the science is magic situation. And this idea of Wanda being forged, not born, right, is that she's something akin to the Eternals, actually. That she's in some way forged as a failsafe for the Beyonders to be able to blow up the world. To be able to blow up all of reality. Right? Because if you think about it, if Wanda's trying to get her kids, okay, and that's the main thing, she's willing to do anything to get her kids. Well, what if the deal on that is that she realizes if the Beyonders have their way, then there's nothing left, including her kids. All of it's gone. All of it's done. You know what I'm saying? That would be wild. And potentially a reason for her to destroy herself or something of that nature. Now, what about like bringing the mutants in or bringing all of that stuff in, right? Well, what if like she starts destroying universes and then she realizes that, again, that's the plan for somebody else. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Did I get one? Nope. They gone. Vivi just makes you cry. You know? Vivi used to be this real cool app where we'd all get a bunch of NFTs and have fun together. And now it's just, it makes us cry. Now Vivi is the, hey, log in for disappointment. Anyway. one of the scenarios I had was like, what if she makes this like realization or whatever, and then she brings in all of the people from those multiverses or those other universes that are being destroyed and plops them into the MCU in some way. Okay? Because here's the thing. If this is a group of Illuminati from, and this is like, dude, this is real fucking heady shit. Like, this is like super sweaty nerd stuff. So I apologize if this doesn't, yeah. So I apologize if this is like kind of crazy. You know, I can answer many questions about this and we're just speculating. But what if the Illuminati that is watching over the multiverse, right? They already know like how to exist outside of time. They can do things that other people cannot. They're on like a really, really super big level, like very, very adept, ahead of everybody else in the MCU that we know of. If some of those people or creatures or characters get brought into our universe, they don't have to stay here. They don't have to stay here. They can then traverse the multiverse in some way, shape, or form, connect to each other via the multiverse or something, or go into some dimension via the quantum realm, maybe, where they can be outside of time. And maybe that's what's happening, because I think if you think in terms of the way Feige and Marvel Studios like to sort of give a little appetizer or something to the audience, right? Between WandaVision, Loki, and Spider-Man, they are really establishing the variants, the multiple timelines, you know, the multiverse. They are really trying to establish this thing. You can also look around and see them taking characters from other timelines or universes and plopping them into ours. That's already a thing. They did it with the Gamora. They did it with Black Widow in What If, put her in a different universe. In Secret Wars, in the Jonathan Hickman version of Secret Wars, Doctor Doom essentially grabs up all the pieces of reality that he can save, everything he can get his hands on, and mashes it all together into Battleworld to save it, to preserve it. Are we about to see Wanda do a mini version of that in Multiverse of Madness to then set up the audience to be able to comprehend and understand a bigger version of that for Secret Wars? I think that could be possible. And I think this multiversal group of Illuminati is a great way to do that, dude. I think that's a great way to sort of start to set up these different ideas and concepts for what you will eventually do with Secret Wars. So again, we don't know for sure. There's a lot of different crazy things that could be going on here. I can't help but see the parallels to the Illuminati from Jonathan Hickman's Secret Wars lead up. I can't help but see the road to Secret Wars and where this could all be going. And with Wanda fighting against all these different people from universes and then doing, like, she wins, but she does something at the end, which could be a reverse No More Mutants. Bring in some of the mutants and people to our universe, because that's totally a comic book thing. We've already established you can have different versions of the X-Men, et cetera, or Spider-Man, right? So are we going to get Sir Patrick Stewart hanging out in the MCU for a little bit there, or is he going to be obliterated by her? I don't know. You know? I don't know, man. A lot of wild stuff on the table. I guess to take it like several steps back from the complexity, how would you guys feel? I'm really curious. Would you like it? Let's do a poll. Let's go to Poll Town. Poll Town, USA. Would you like it if Wanda brings in Fox mutants to the MCU? Like, would you like that? Because I'm not even saying she's going to bring all of the mutants in, right? But it's possible, especially if she has this big situation with Charles, right? She's going to have a big fight with Charles. Charles is going to try to wake his Wanda up, you know, because the rumor right now, a little, you know, spoiler. The rumor right now is that the Wanda from our universe cannot just go through the multiverse, right? She's possessing the one that's in that universe, which again is really weird. Like, what is this universe? Like, where is this universe that there's a Wanda with kids, there's an Illuminati, but the Illuminati's from different multiverse? Like, bro, there's so many questions here. There's so many, like, what? Anyway. Charles is going to be having an experience with that one. If Magneto is in the movie as well, which a lot of people are speculating Magneto will be in there as well, does he know that this is his daughter? Is she going to understand that that's her dad? Not in her universe, but in a different one? Right? It's possible that Wanda will experience things and see things when interacting with the Fox X-Men that make her wish that that life, the Wanda that was over there, that Wanda, her life was more like that. Okay? So you start to think about these things. Okay, wow. Is she going to do like a sort of bring that Wanda here? Like resurrect that Wanda here in my place and create her life here? Maybe. And would that then mean that a lot of the Fox X-Men are in the MCU and always were? Like, do you guys kind of, like, are you seeing, like, why the smoke is starting to come out of my ears? Because it's like, holy shit, bro. Almost anything is on the table. There's a lot of questions. There's a lot of possibilities. And where we're at right now with it is just so much fun. Like, the amount of stuff that's coming out, how crazy the stuff is that's coming out, what does it mean, what could it mean? You know, it's incredible. You know what I mean? It's kind of incredible. So, to sort of put a bow on it, right? To sort of take us to this spot. We just talked about it in the stream. We talked about Book of Boba Fett. We talked about the problems facing Book of Boba Fett. Not the problems with Book of Boba Fett. The problems facing Book of Boba Fett. The problems that the Star Wars fan base has. We then jump into a whole discussion about the possibilities of Wanda, Fox, Mutant, X-Men, Illuminati craziness. Guys, do you see the fucking difference? Do you see the disparity? The one franchise does one episode of their hit show in 2020. There's nothing else to talk about. We don't know. We got nothing. What the fuck are we talking about? I feel bad for Star Wars fans and for the Star Wars channels and content creators and everybody out there right now. It's like, what the fuck? That's what we got going on over there with Lucasfilm. And then conversely, I'm going to make a video about Andrew being the Spider-Man in Venom now. Because like fucking Forbes did an article about it. Forbes is talking about Andrew Garfield coming back, fighting the Sinister Six and fighting Venom. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, yeah, so that's kind of my thoughts on that big rumor. We will be following all of that very closely because I'm fascinated by it, and Marvel is just on a rock and roll crazy town sort of a situation right now. You know, there's even rumors of Eric Bana returning to be Hulk. You know what I mean? Like Eric Bana Hulk. You know, like it's nuts, man. It's nuts. So a lot of fun stuff going on with Marvel. And personally, too, just to give a little bit of like life and love back to the Star Wars community, I do think it's going to be all right. And I do think episode 2 of Book of Boba is going to be straight fire and we're going to be fine. I personally like the episode and I think it's actually going to be fine. But it is worth mentioning that like, whew, sheesh. Like we're kind of we're in a different spot. You know what I mean? It's just a different sort of thing going on over there. You know what I mean? Regardless. Let's now jump into Q&A. We'll do like 20 minutes of questions and answer. I'll go over super chats. If you have a super chat and you want to throw it in and get my thoughts on something crazy, I really got to tighten this up and fix this stupid thing. Throw it in as a super chat. Supports the channel, supports the cause, keeps the lights on over here at Nerd Vengers Tower. I also want to say the biggest way to support the channel is to become a Nerd Venger member. We had a new member today. Really appreciate Courtney joining up. It's always awesome when we get new Nerd Vengers. It's the best way to support the channel. You see all of the people in chat with the badge next to their name. All kinds of benefits for the Nerd Vengers. 20% off the Teespring store merch, which we will have Book of Boba Fett merch. It's just been a crazy week over here at the Lucas household, to be honest with you. Just a lot of stuff going on, so we're a little bit behind on stuff. But lots of fun stuff for Nerd Vengers, including behind-the-scenes streams. We had a great time just chilling out last night. We read the new Kang comic book. I thought it was awesome. Kang is the type of dude. Like, I was thinking about this, guys. If you were there last night and you watched us read the comic together, Kang's the type of dude so petty that he's reading history books about how Doctor Doom was the most influential villain of the age, and he goes back in time to before the dude publishes it and takes him on a crazy adventure to prove that he's the best. That's how petty of a dude Kang the Conqueror is. Can't wait to see more of that in the MCU. Regardless, become a Nerd Venger today. You know, results may vary, not financial advice. Consult your doctor, but it'll solve literally all of your problems. It's a cure-all for everything that ails you. It will make you taller, more physically fit, more attractive to members of the opposite or same sex or both, depending on what you're into. It will make your childhood dreams come true. It makes you sweat less. It keeps your trousers on straighter. Results may vary. Anyway, yeah, become an Nerd Venger today. Let's get into it. Here we go. First in today, Pretty Nikki with a $5 house says, Josh, I got my diamond badge. I'm so happy. Nerd Vengers for life. No, thank you so much, Pretty Nikki. And we'll be doing a diamond badge stream. We're going to be chilling in the Diamond Lounge, having a few drinks, having a couple of smokes, just talking about this year. And we'll either do that tomorrow or Saturday. Let me think about it, just because there's so much craziness going on. I want to make sure when I'll actually have the time. But, yeah, the Diamond Lounge streams are pretty wild. The talented Mr. Griffin follows up and says, Sup, Josh, congrats on engagement. Loved how Boba was KO'd by Tusken Revan. Yeah, it did kind of look like Revan, didn't it? And also, thanks for that, man. I really appreciate the support and the kind words. Yeah, it's kind of funny, right? It looked like Revan or Kylo Ren-ish to me, you know? So, yeah, pretty interesting. Kendall says, with a $10 holla, very generous, says, Happy New Year's, nerdy fam. My daughter's turning 4 tomorrow, so I don't know if I'll be on here, but thanks for making this year dope. I'm also dropping Because I Got High 2021 Nerdy Remix tomorrow at Normies to Nerds. Yeah, so go check out Kendall's YouTube channel, Normies to Nerds. He did a hilarious version of Because I Got High last year, and it was really, really fun. So I'm looking forward to it, man. John Parker says, was that a working pelt? If so, damn. Yeah, it's a Wookiee pelt. I think that's probably what you meant. Yeah, it was a Wookiee pelt. Trandoshans don't like those Wookiees, bro. You know what I mean? Michael Phantom says, as a fan, I liked it. But as a pilot episode, it had no hook moment. For Mando, we got Grogu at the end. Dude, I totally agree. And again, not to sit here and crap on Boba, because that's not what we're trying to do. I like the episode. But I think it's true, man. I think it's true. What did they want people to be talking about after this episode? Like, what was the hook? You know what I mean? Now, Jalen Ashley, welcome to the Nerd Vengers. You are a Nerd Venger now. Let us know how you feel. Do you feel the power of the Nerd Vengers? Are you feeling like going to the stock market and making some picks? Look, not financial advice, but you're probably better equipped now than ever before to go out there and crush it. Anyway, I just think it's such an like life. Sometimes like I get this feeling, like maybe you've heard me say this before, but I think that it's like a simulation. It's like we're in the simulation. And in the simulation, they were like, what's the craziest thing that we could do for Book of Boba? This is actually the craziest scenario. Like, because if it was just straight trash of an episode, I think, like, that would be less crazy than what happened. What happened was they made a totally fine, like, hardcore Western version of first episode of Boba. And yet, because of where the fandom is at and where we're at with everything, the discourse is as follows. You know what I mean? That's the craziest part. You know? Sheesh. Anyway, Courtney Jones with a $10 says, should have joined a long time ago. First super chat ever was back when we got bonered. Still salty. Me too. Love Boba Fett. I think people should give it time. Congrats on the engagement. Thank you very much. Yeah, it's very cool, man. A lot of people have shown a lot of support and love, so I do appreciate that. Yeah, we're very, very happy. Just trying to figure out the next move with that, right? But as far as the show, again, I've sort of said it many different times, many different ways. It's decent. But maybe that's not good enough. I don't know. It's weird, right? For Cuscala Lopez. Hey, by the way, apparently I mispronounce your name every single time. For Cuscuela, I think is maybe the real way to say it. I don't know. Elisa was trying to explain it to me earlier, and it just kept going. It kept like bouncing off my thick Polish head. It was like, she was like, "This is how you say it," and I was like, "Yeah, that's how I say it." You know, that's what I thought. Anyway, appreciate you, man. That's about $1 billion that Fur just donated. The episode was good, but they overhyped it so much. I was expecting more, and it was short as fuck as usual. So short, I was expecting a musical in the post-credits. Also, I'm happy for you and Elisa. Congratulations, guys. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. That's very kind, sir. And also, bro, like, I know some of y'all are like, dude, it's unfair. It's unfair for Boba to have this going on. Guys, they left themselves open for it. It's like that friend that sets themselves up for everybody dunking on them about that one thing, you know? Like, they did kind of set themselves up to take all these different shots. Again, I think it's going to be fine. But yeah, we're expecting more. All killer and no filler. You know what I'm saying? It's interesting. Hey, thanks, Dodds. Yeah, I love this shirt too. Jack De La Sola. I'm just going to jump into this because I want to... Oh, wait, let's see here. Yeah. I just want to jump into this because these things disappear for me. Hawkeye, I think, was set up / introduction to other characters in the MCU. Heard Kate is in Ant-Man 3. Have you heard that, Josh? Love No Way Home. Can't wait for Multiverse of Madness. Appreciate you, Jack. Yeah, man. I have heard that. I'm not super solid on it. I mean, Quantumania still has a lot of question marks as well, but it sounds about right, doesn't it? Yeah. Young Avengers on the way. Yeah, but thank you again for... Max Ross says with a $5 holla, I love the first Boba episode, especially after rewatch. Here's a thing to celebrate. The combined age of our two stars is over 120 years. Sorcery. Oh, you mean the stars of the show? Like Ming and Tem? Yeah, and they both look great, man. They've both been hitting the back to it, you know what I'm saying? Lucas says with a $5 holla, I like the first episode quite a bit. I don't need anything crazy to get me hyped for Boba. Just hope the pace picks up through the next few episodes. I agree. I think if they have another episode just like this, where it's really back and forth, progressing both storylines pretty slowly, I do think people will be a little bit fired up. I do think you need to kind of come with it next episode. You know? But that's the beauty of it. We'll watch it together next week, and we'll see, won't we? Thank you, Lucas. Appreciate you. We'll be shipping your stuff out really soon, too, my man. Dan Larkin says with a $5 holla, says, Boba was fine, but we don't need fine. I also don't need my balls blown off. I just think after everything, KK, Gina, the hotel, we need a win. Bro, you ain't wrong. And again, I'm not trying to, like, this is not the Josh being petty about Star Wars situation, but I'm just seeing an effect right now that is correlated, if not causally linked, to all the stuff I've been talking about for the past couple of months. I've been trying to tell people. I've been trying to tell y'all. These numbers don't look good. These trends don't look good. The social media chatter, it don't look good. People are like, it's fine. I like the High Republic. I'm like, that's fine, but you have your head in the sand. Bunch of ostrich motherfuckers in the Star Wars fandom. Anyway, yeah, appreciate you, Dan. Mike Haas says, it's a multiverse trilogy.
No Way Home, Multiverse of Madness, and Quantum Mania.
Yeah, you're probably onto something there. Mike. And also, appreciate you. Love seeing you in the tower. Ryan Carter, $9.99. Very generous, says, I think it was a neat, perfect first episode to set up an amazing show. I also think they should have dropped episode 2 at the same time to get the ball rolling quickly. That's interesting. That is pretty interesting, man. Yeah. I can see what you're saying there. Like, again, I like the episode. But I can't deny it. Like, I look out there and I'm like, yeah, I see it. You know, we talked about it last night. A lot of you guys, because we rewatched Boba again last night on the Nerd Venture stream, a lot of you guys had some great points. Like, why doesn't he just jetpack out of that scenario? You know what I mean? Like, there's a couple of things that are a little weird in it. I think it's just really Western, like, just feels so Western or Last Samurai to me, and I like it. But that's an interesting take, Ryan. I appreciate you. Typo Negative says with a $10 holla, very generous, says, did Boba forget he's wearing a jetpack during the street fight? Literally just said that. He could have easily flown straight up and destroyed the space ninjas from above. He also walked around without his helmet way too much. I can't necessarily argue with that. That's the thing. Like, dude, it's true. It's kind of true. You know? Like, it's fine. But it's fine in the context of, I don't want fine, motherfucker. I want my hair blown back. I want Toby and Andrew in Book of Boba. I mean, come on. We're all thinking it. We want Toby and Andrew in Book of Boba. Not them literally, although that would be wild. We want the same level of hypeness. The same level of the same level of make me feel something. Hey, Star Wars, make me feel something. You know? Ryan Carter follows up, $20 holla. Holy shit, very generous. Says, episode 1 was an establishing episode. Yes, we know all of this already, but we are the 1%. Filler doesn't move story forward. This created the structure the story is built on. Should have dropped episode 2 to make everyone happy. Yeah, but it's like, I get you, bro. But I kind of see, even within your comments, that you're acknowledging that, yeah, there's reasons maybe some fans are not, like, going. You know what I mean? So it's like, I can kind of read, even within your comments, that while your defense of the episode is founded, that you understand where some fans are at, right? It's kind of interesting. Blake Goldjord with a $10 holla says, I haven't seen anyone talk about this, but I really think Mark Gargan is going to be the MCU's Venom. That'll be dope. Yeah. Are you kind of referring to the fact that he gets the Venom suit in, like, Dark Reign and Thunderbolts and stuff like that? Because that's cool. Scotty P, 99, no message. Thank you. Ray Gerner says with a $10 holla, yo. Thank you. Josh, I am back. Thank you. You abs is shows help me through chemo. Oh, you and your shows help me through chemo. Congratulations on engagement. Thank you, Josh. Hey, I appreciate you, Ray. And any little bit that we can put out there that helps people out in any sort of a way, man, I'm all for it. I appreciate it. It's high praise. It's high praise, man. And thank you for the kind words, and I hope that you're recovering well. Guy from Kings Highway with a $2 holla says, you're a Polak? Me too. Say something in Polish. Dupa. Mike Porter with a $10 holla says, the MCU is now at a place that they can and will do everything they can to amaze. It's true. Good time to be a nerd. Star Wars fans, our day will come. Just be patient. Much love to the Nerd Ventures and congrats. Mike, that's very kind of you. Thank you, sir. Yeah, I think Star Wars is hopefully going to be okay. Like, I'm just telling you, like, people don't want to hear this, but I just think it's worse than people realize. And I think that situations like this show the sort of underbelly of this thing, because the real enemy here is apathy, not anger. The angry people still give a fuck. It's what that will lead to that's danger. Danger, Will Robinson. And hopefully they drop all the cameos next episode, you know? Thank you, Mike. And Thakar says, I find myself rooting for Wanda no matter what she decides to do, but then I realize that puts Wong at risk. He must be protected at all costs. Thank you, man. I appreciate the support. I love Wong as well. I'm a big Wong stan. You know what else? I saw this meme where somebody said, realizing that Steven cannot become the Sorcerer Supreme again unless Wong dies. Yeah. It's kind of a dangerous thought, right? Jack De La Sola says, first show I've caught in a while because I got the Rona. Oof, that's rough, brother. Congrats on the engagement. Thank you, sir. Any crazy news you can spill about Thor 4? No. The last sort of thing we talked about was the poster. Some of the rumors out there are resurfacing about what that could all mean, which is fun. Mjolnir maybe being reformed. Gore killing a bunch of different gods. I'm excited for that movie. We know very little about it. Apparently, it had a lot of reshoots. It had a lot of stuff that it needed to fix, but that's not uncommon for both Marvel and also Taika. Like, apparently, Thor Ragnarok was a total out-of-control mess until they came in and fixed it up with the reshoots. I think that's kind of his style, their system meeting. It's just natural. Cosmic Reader with a $10 holla, very generous, says, something I want either to happen in Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness, or Secret Wars is the interaction between Toby and Hugh Jackman. Bro, that's what I'm talking about. Something I know even Feige wanted before the MCU. Bro, yes. Feige knows that. He sees that. He sees that as an opportunity. Two of the most beloved classic iterations of amazing Marvel characters. Of course, you want them to interact. So I think he knows that, man, and he's going to make it as easy as possible for these folks to do it. Like, whew. We're heading into some crazy places, man. Crazy places. Ryan Carter says, are we sure his jetpack works? I mean, if it doesn't, what's he got it on for? You know what I mean? Like, I get you, bro. But a little bit of like, I don't know. Liam, $10 holla, very generous, says, been so busy with work, I've missed a lot of your content. Congrats on the big news. Delighted for you guys. I like Book of Boba, but I agree, I needed more. Insert Kylo meme here. More. No, I hear you, brother. I really do. And thank you, Liam. I do appreciate that, man. We're very excited. Good stuff going on over here for sure. But yeah, needed more. Can you blame Star Wars fans for needing more? I mean, for God's sakes, look at it's like the part of Boba where he's being dragged through the desert. That's to me what it felt like being a Star Wars fan this year. Being dragged through the fucking desert and given some bullshit like that green bug is like the High Republic, and they're like, eh. And it's just enough to get you to come back to life so that you can be tortured for the rest of the year. Anyway, we're starting to get a little too negative. Moving on. Ryan Carter says with a $5 holla, yeah, I absolutely understand the issues. They did it to themselves. Should have been 2 eps or 90 minutes. Bro, you ain't wrong. You ain't wrong. At some point, the calamity that is all of the various mistakes that Lucasfilm has made will eventually become so big and stinky that they will have to take notice of it and make some changes. The problem I see is how many people will become completely disengaged before that happens. That's the real concern. Like guys, Boba is not trending right now. It's being promoted by Disney, but it's not trending. Mando is trending. The Mandalorian is trending. Mando, the word, is trending, and trending quite well. Civil War is Marvel's Civil War is trending higher than the Book of Boba Fett right now. Now, that has to do with some other weird Twitter things that are going on. But, like, think about it, dude. Like, I'm just saying. Anyway, Steven Emerson with a $10 holla says, I hope when the X-Men enter the MCU that it doesn't limit the amount of X-Men films. That would be that world is so vast, and I would hate to have only one mutant film every few years. Yeah, I agree with that, man. I agree with that. I'd love to see a lot of different mutant projects, Exiles, all sorts of different stuff that they could do. A lot of fun stuff you could do with the mutants. Skylar Hillman says, Spider-Man No Way Home is the only Marvel movie I enjoyed this year besides Shang-Chi. That is 2 Marvel movies that you enjoyed this year then, Skylar. How many Star Wars movies did you enjoy this year? How many DC movies? Think about what you're saying, my guy. You know what I mean? Think about what you're saying. I get it, but think about it, bro. Think about it. And it looks like he followed up. Let's see. Skylar follows up and says, I'd like to see Marvel release a movie in theaters, but doesn't tell us what it is. That would be wild, bro. That would be wild. I mean, I don't know about that shit. That's a little too wild to me. You know what I mean? Okay, let's see here. We got a members chat coming in from Trev. 19 months. If Fox X-Men come in, does this make the boner real? It has to, right? Otherwise, what was the point? Yeah, I'm with you, Trev, and also thank you, man. 19 months is wild. Thank you for the support. Whoa, Mike, that's crazy, Mike Haas. That's a crazy thought there. I'll get into that in a second. Yeah, I think the boner could still be redeemed completely, which would be awesome. Maybe there's something going on there, you know? I don't know. I would love that. I mean, he's so good. And the way they did him in WandaVision before they bonered us was so cool. Fuck! WandaVision, why? Anyway, thank you for the support, brother. Mike Haas says, Josh, the Tuscan Warlord is a hidden Jedi. A Sharad Het. Max Gargan would also fit, especially if his hate for Spider-Man. Yeah? True. Appreciate you, bro. That's cool. That is pretty cool. That's pretty cool. All right, let's hang in the chat. What are y'all saying, man? What are y'all even saying at this point? You know? Should we do the poll that everybody wants us to do? Oh, my God, Skylar. You followed up again. I'd love to see Norman Reedus as Ghost Rider, but the scene in The Walking Dead where he kills zombies with a chain. That's true. That's true. Also, somebody shut off Skylar's credit card. He's going crazy. He's going crazy. Somebody stop him. Stop him while we still can. Okay, here we go. Let's do the poll that we really want. Here it is. Here's the poll that everybody really wants. Book of Boba, Episode 1. Dope or trash? Those are the only two options, guys. I don't make the rules. The internet does. So here we go. Here we go. Dude, when he blew that dude up on the wall, it was epic. What do you want me to say? It was epic. It was awesome. I liked it. Marichuri says, subbed after your collab with E-Man. By the way, thank you. $10, very generous. Thank you. Never been a Star Wars fan. Trekkie. Get her out of here. No, I'm just kidding. But I am the only one who doesn't want to connect X-Men to the MCU if they don't recast T'Challa. I think that's fair. You know, what I was going to say, I think if they do the Illuminati, and the Illuminati is a multiversal group, and I said this in the video yesterday, perfect opportunity to recast T'Challa. Give me a version of T'Challa that is sitting there with Reed Richards going over all the crazy science, because T'Challa is a friggin' genius. Like, give me Stark, T'Challa, Reed trying to solve a problem together. Like, that's my shit. That's literally my shit. Like, in the new Avengers run-up to Secret Wars, the interaction that they all have together, all of these geniuses trying to figure this out, was brilliant. T'Challa's part in all of that is excellent. So maybe that's where we do it. I would love for that to be the case. But yeah, either way, like, if they don't, like, they're going to run out of excuses really fast. Like, especially if they do stuff like that. It's like, yeah. Michael Phantom says, will Gore be killing Eternals and Celestials since they are established gods in the MCU? Would be neat to see some connection. That's a great point, Michael, and that would be wild. You know, in the comic we read yesterday, slight spoilers for Timeless #1 if you haven't seen it, we come upon a version of Reed Richards that has replaced his eyes with some of the Infinity Stones, which, again, like, I don't even know why you got to do that, to be honest, but it was kind of cool looking. And then he drinks the blood of Celestials to give himself, like, power and shit. It's wild. So, something like that would be really cool, man. I'd love to see something like that explained with Gore. I want to see that, and I also want to see ties to what the fuck? To Null, the symbiote god. And, like, do that with, like, Venom and everything that's going on crazy over there. That would be wild, you know what I mean? Skylar Hillman follows up. Shut his credit card down. Shut it down! Says Christmas Special is the best Star Wars movie. Is it, though? You telling me that's better than Elf? I mean, come on, bro. You're going to look me in the face with a straight face and say that the holiday special is better than Elf? Bruh. Michael Smith says, for the $5 holler, says, Joshua thought we were past this. Your boner backsliding. Yo, I'm sorry. Look, No Way Home made me forgive the boner, okay? But there's still pain there. I still have scars, okay, from the boner. So I guess I'm not totally over it. Sorry, Michael. You know? I guess you're a better nerd than I. Sheesh. I rewatched Book of Boba Fett with Theory and myself at the same time. That's fun. That's pretty cool. Backslide and boner. Yeah, Kendall says, yo, the episode's 2 more minutes, end it with interrogating the assassin. But how's he going to interrogate the assassin? He said he doesn't torture, Kendall, you know what I mean? Would have created anticipation. I agree. Will Secret Invasion lead into the Dark Avengers? I think that's very possible. And I think it would be cool. I think it'd be quite cool if that happened. Anyways, guys, we're going to wind it down here. Anything else on your mind? What else is everybody talking about? What else is on everybody's mind? You know? So, should we do if we do a Diamond tier stream, I'll post something in the Discord about this. I'd love to know what you guys think. Interrogation doesn't equal torture. How are you going to get him to talk then, RF? How are you going to get him to talk? Hey, tell me all the things. You'll never get me to talk. Oh, shit, I guess we're just going to keep asking then. You know? News on Armor Wars? No real news, man. Is Elisa going to take part of the Diamond stream? Maybe she'll make a guest appearance. Oh, shit. Oh, man. Do I think... Oh, William. That is a great point. That's really funny. I had never considered this, but it's very interesting. Tamara Morrison getting all that FaceTime is a direct FU to Pedro Pascal. Pedro Pascal is probably the one person sitting back and being like, again, no helmet? Again? That's interesting. Yes, you do, Michael. You have access to the Diamond Lounge. Hit somebody up on the Discord. Hit one of the mods up. And I'm going to try to get... Look, like I said, we just had a crazy week, dude. It's been a crazy week at the house. People are feeling under the weather. The pups have been feeling under the weather. A lot of stuff going on over here, okay? So I apologize. We're not on top of our shit this week. Okay? But we will be. So hit one of the mods up about getting into the Diamond stream. We'll figure it out, okay? So Grace was right about Pedro. She was at least partially right. Yeah, of course, Pretty Nikki. You're going to be in there. The Diamond Lounge. We'll do it. We'll have have a couple drinks. Yeah, if you're only a couple of days away, you can join in. Deception. Manage yo shit, man. I know, Andre. I know. You think I don't know? Anyway. Everybody's celebrating their engagement. Yeah. How do we get into the Diamond Lounge? You just got to hit somebody up on Discord. Be like, I have been a member for 6 months. I need access to the Diamond Lounge. And they can help you out. It's pretty quick, actually. They can help you out pretty quick. Yeah. Favorite No Way Home scene? It is when they all work together. They have the discussion about not working together, the jokes about the Avengers, Trust Your Tingle, and then they like the way they all work together, that little sequence, it gives me chills. It makes me feel really good. That movie is still like just, it's still mind-blowing. You know what I mean? I could go on about that movie, dude. It's so good. Tower's looking shiny today. Yeah, we're getting it cleaned up around here. You know, next year's a big year for the Nerd Vengers, man. 2022 going to be a big year. Multiverse of Madness. Maybe Marvel. Guys, if Feige officially announces Secret Wars, if that just gets put up on the board somewhere, and we officially have a look at Secret Wars. Yeah. Any leaks for Moon Knight? Nothing really, bro. Nothing really. The only thing that I'll say about Moon Knight, here, I'll show you this last thing because it's kind of interesting. I don't know what the deal is with this, but apparently Marvel, like if I'm reading between the lines here, because there was an article that Lizzie Hill did the other day. I guess Alex did it, but it's on Lizzie's site about how this guy, George Clooney, probably directed episodes of Moon Knight, at least one. Apparently Marvel hit them up and said it wasn't true and you need to take it down. So they had to put a little disclaimer up here. So I don't know. It's not even their scoop. There was a Ronin article that talked about it. And so I don't know. It's kind of interesting. That's kind of fun. You know, George Clooney being involved is cool. But I don't know what it means other than the fact that it's just going to be dope. Where is Kenobi trailer? Brother, I don't know, man. I don't even know, bro. I don't even know. Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna nerdgasm all over, dude. I'm gonna be out for a couple of days. We'll have to do the stream from the floor. Because I'm just gonna be like, you know? Nespresso. What else? Yeah. Okay, everybody, much love to you all. I appreciate you guys. I hope you're enjoying the holidays. I hope you're relaxing. I hope you're kind of just getting ready for next year, man. I hope next year's much better than this one. I hope we kind of move out of this weird situation we've been in the past couple of years. Much love to you all. Thank you all for the support. No Nerd Venture stream today. Should be at least one video, a couple tiki-talkies. The podcast should go up either today or tomorrow. I know I keep saying that. It's like he says it every fucking day about the podcast. Trust me, it's coming. When I told you there's things going on at the Lucas household, I wasn't lying. There's things going on, okay? Just relax. Anyways, much love to you all. I appreciate you guys. And as I always say, I hope you're having an awesome and a nerdy day. And I'll see you in the next video. Is everybody gone? Did everybody leave? Man, I really hope, guys, I really hope that next week's Boba really brings it, because here's the deal. Like, y'all already know, I'm like on the edge with Star Wars, right? I'm on the edge with Star Wars. I happen to like the first episode, which I think really helped, because I was able to be pretty chill about it. But there is a floodgate holding back the frustrations and the negativity that I have towards Star Wars. And I don't want to put that all over the place, but man, if they hold an L with Boba, episode 2, whew. Yeah. Let's just hope. You know, I think it'll be good. But I'm just saying. Whew. Yeah. All right, everybody. Much love. I'll see you soon. Okay. Okay.